Welcome to the tent over at Stoneborn Strength. Today I'm going to be talking about the front squat. The front squat is a compound movement that develops the entire front side of our body, which is called the anterior chain. It develops balance, strength, flexibility, amongst other things. In order to do the movement correctly, we want to keep our elbows elevated as high as we can, or at least parallel to the ground. We want to look straight ahead. We want to brace our midsection. We want to turn our knees outward, let them travel forward as we squat, and bring our hips straight down the best we can. The more vertical you can keep your upper body for the front squat, the better. All right, common faults with the front squat are elbows dropping or hinging at the hips, which puts us into a bad position, or rounding out our upper back. When the bar goes forward, it becomes very hard to hold. If our elbows drop, it becomes very hard to hold, and everything is pulling this way, and it puts a lot of strain here on our upper back. So it's our job to develop the flexibility and range of motion to actually be able to hold this position here. Right? So as we squat, we don't drop. All right. Another limiting factor could be your ankle mobility. All right, because if the ankles don't have the flexibility for your knee to actually travel forward as you squat, then that's going to be another thing that's going to limit you, because you're going to have to stick your hips all the way back in order to get down. All right, you want to be able to go here. It's different from here. Okay, so that bar stays in line with the middle of your foot through the full rep. People tend to shy away from doing front squats because they hurt, or they just don't know how to do them correctly. All right, so the reasons that you typically hurt is because of a lack of flexibility, like I said before, and it could be in a few different places. Ankles is typically the main culprit. All right, but we'll talk about the upper body today. All right, typically it's the tricep and the lat, called the tricep seam, which runs all the way down here. Okay, so if you have a hard time opening this hinge right here into this position, then it's going to be very tough for you to do a front squat correctly. You're going to end up having to hold the bar like this and putting a ton of stress in your wrist. All right, so what we want to do is we want to be able to open up this range of motion so we can sit here comfortably, and the bar can just rest across the front of our delts and pec, right across the top, like a shelf. It's called the front rack position. In order to do that, we're going to do this stretch here. You're going to take a band, attach it to a post. It's around my wrist, my palm is face up. Now, if I was looking straight at you, my hand is slightly outside of my shoulder. I'm mimicking the front rack position here, and I'm gonna swing my elbow up as high as I can. All right, so if you look from the side view, I have completely opened this hinge. I'm doing this without letting my rib cage flare up. I'm trying to hold my belly tight so we really open this up. Now, once that's open, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put tension into the band. So I'm fighting the band this way. I'm getting all those muscles that I was just talking about, tricep and lat, to fire. We're gonna have them fire 5 to 10 seconds. After 5 to 10 seconds that I'm firing, I'm gonna let the band just pull me back. All right, and then again, we're gonna fire. And then let the band pull back again. We're doing 5 to 10 seconds of the pull, 5 to 10 seconds of the fight. And just keep going back and forth. You can do 3 to 5 repetitions of this. All right, I'll do one more pull. Relax. All right, now, if you look, this elbow, if I was to just go like this elbow just comes right up. There's no resistance, there's no fight at all in me getting in position. All right, this elbow is a little bit low. If I was to go back under the bar, this arm is gonna feel a lot more comfortable than this arm. All right, so that's something that takes a minute, maybe less than a minute, and you can fix each side. It's gonna be way less stress on your wrist if you can get your elbows high, because now your wrist gets to sit in more of a neutral position. Without that, your elbows are here, and now you're having to hyperextend your wrist to hold the bar. A quick fix I came up with is to attach some weightlifting straps to the bar, and you just grab onto those instead of having to actually hold the bar. This will allow you to still perform the movement even though you don't quite have the flexibility to do it yet. Now, the lack of flexibility you might have in your lats and triceps will no longer bother your wrist. You still want to work on the flexibility of your lats and triceps. You don't want to disregard it because now you have a fix. You want to still work on it, but in the meantime, you can still actually perform a front squat. hopefully this video helped. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Also, we're running a special at the moment. It's your first 3 classes, just $30. All right? Take care, guys.